it looks like a fine way to spend the night. Just like that. With this type of a setup, don't run the engine. That would be a disaster. Now that we've slapped together the worst shelter that's ever existed, it's time to crack open a delicious frosty. Step number 2 for the day. Now, all those other steps, we'll all just consider that step 1. So, yeah, step 2 time, guys. Crack yours at home. Sure is peaceful out here. Where I'm camping here is what's called Crown Land in Canada. So that's public land, really. The Queen doesn't own it. All the citizens do, and we're allowed to come out and enjoy it for recreation purposes, like camping. There are certain restrictions, like 2 weeks maximum, 1 spot, I believe, something like that. So it's a great resource. In the United States, there's something similar called the Bureau of Land Management. So that manages all the public land. And there's similar arrangements where you can go out and camp. Although it is public land, these trees are not public trees, so you can't just go taking them down, because this is somebody's woodlot, so they own the timber rights on this little section of land. I am allowed to be here, but certainly don't want to be taking down any of these majestic pines. This is the setup we got back here. Now, it's not too cold right now. It's probably around 32 Fahrenheit, 0 Celsius. But there's a couple of chairs, as you can see. I would be able to put this tarp all the way down if it was getting really cold. But it is actually quite nice, good temperature here. In the back there, a big mess of blankets and a foamy. And that'll be keeping me warm tonight, hopefully. So that's all there is to it. This is a great little setup, provided you don't run the engine. That's number 1. And I've got Mr. Buddy heater and the propane cylinder there. So if it were to get super cold, I could turn that on. It's always a wise idea, if you don't have a bunch of huge air gaps, the way I do here, is to always have a carbon monoxide alarm with you. Those Mr. Buddy heaters, they have a low oxygen shutoff. So if it were to consume all the oxygen in the room, it would turn off long before that happened. So they're pretty safe, but yeah, keep the propane cylinders outside the building if you're running these things. And I don't know if this classifies as a building, but yeah, it's pretty sweet out here. There's not a soul around. I'm not even seeing any like animal tracks really. A couple little bunny tracks, and that's about it. But yeah, I like this setup. I got to do this more. It's super convenient. If you're ever wanting to try winter camping, this is the setup to dip your toe in the water with. Because if you don't like it, you can just close the door and drive back to your warm, cozy house and loving family. So let's keep drinking some beer and walk around while we still get a little bit more daylight there. So we came in on this road. We pulled into this awesome spot, one of my favorites. And down this road further, there's a lot more stuff to see. But I'm not going to push my luck with a rental car on an unmaintained road that I'm sure is not even on the map. So we don't want problems. I can see a set of tracks. Somebody drove down there. Would have been before yesterday when we got a big snowfall. And there's really good hunting area back there. It's a quite popular spot. So I wouldn't be surprised to see some people coming by. My friend who I got firewood from might stop by, but I don't know how likely that will be. He enjoyed some beers yesterday, and he is a little sleepy now. So let's get down to the business of getting a fire assembled. It's going to be just great. This thing scares me all the time. It's I should fill that in. I actually dug that hole last summer. We were using that for a water reservoir. We put a tarp in there and filled it up with water so we'd have water for dishes or whatever we needed. And at first I said, tell me that's not a bear's hibernaculum. But it isn't. It's just a hole I dug that I scare myself with. that'll probably trip in one day if I don't fill it in. So, humongous fire ring. That will be a little overkill for the size of a fire we're going to build. Let me grab that much wood because I don't want to abuse the privilege of trading firewood for beer. All right, it's fire time. In order to make things extra classy and festive for Thanksgiving, American Thanksgiving, we had ours in October in Canada. I am using a Kentucky Fried Chicken scented log. Good thing the bears are slumbering right now. It's a formidable smell, that's for sure. And these bears, yeah, they don't mess around. They can smell real good. They can probably smell what I'm thinking right now. And let's see. Fire log made from 100% recycled wax. Cardboard, not actually fried chicken. I like the disclaimer. Okay. Oh boy. Holy. Wow. They don't they don't hold back on the 11 herbs and spices. Yikes. This almost smells pharmaceutical. Okay. Gonna loosen the wrapper and light there. Light there. Light there. Just follow the directions. Yeah, I guess we'll see if this burns. Wow, what an age we live in. Oh, I can smell it already. It's really getting a lot stronger smell. Fire log. Oh, mercy. Why did I buy 2 of these fire logs? What I like about these pressed wax log things, they burn for like hours. So if you're starting a fire and you're bringing wood already, may as well bring another log along to make the lighting process easier. You don't have to mess around with kindling and all that bushcrafty stuff, unless you really want to. Okay, that's good. The smell of the wood is overpowering the fried chicken aroma. Good. Fire is going quite nicely. Absolute winter wonderland all around us. It's quite beautiful, majestic, peaceful. The list goes on. And the back of the SUV here that we've got set up is pretty cozy on the inside. I got a bunk set up here. That will be proving to be comfortable, I'm sure. A couple of pots to cook up some Thanksgiving festivities around here. You know, the odd flashlights and whatnot hanging down. I did start up the Mr. Buddy heater, and there's a huge air gap on the bottom here, which is for carbon monoxide. But If I were to redo this, I could make it a lot closer to the ground, but it was just kind of a fluke of the tarp I had at the time. We got a whole chair there full of Thanksgiving goodies I'm going to have to cook up tonight, so that should prove to be extremely delicious. And there's my step 2. Even better. Yeah, this is quite the setup. I'm going to probably do this in the future. I see no problems with this unless it's severe bear territory time, and you don't want to cause any problems there. But this is actually extremely sweet as far as I'm concerned, and it gives a lot more room out of the back of the SUV. So next stop is going to be probably to cook up some food. The snow seems to be falling outside. I can hear it on the tarp. And we're going to make a little Thanksgiving style meal in the back of the SUV. I'm just cooking on the Mr. Buddy heater down here. That kind of should probably do okay. I'm going to cook up a little bit of stuffing. Then I'm going to throw in a whole Thanksgiving meal into one pot. And that should do just fine. What could go wrong with precariously balancing a pot of boiling water on a propane appliance? Right? So we'll get this all boiled up. Throw in a helping of rich creamery butter. And I'll make the stuffing, and then I've got a bunch of turkey from the deli. This is actually, I've been snacking on this a little bit. It's a really good roast garlic and pepper turkey breast. So, look at that. That is actually, oh, thank goodness the bears are asleep right now, because they would be ripping through this tarp in no time to come join me for dinner. So that should do the job nicely here. And we got gravy and everything we're going to throw in there. And a can of, I found niblets were the only thing available at the first grocery store. But I did get my grubby little hands on some actual peaches and cream. So that's what we're going to use. And I'm severely excited to chow down, then crawl into